Stewart, thank you for joining us here at the Colougard Classic by Exact Sciences. Just to start, how's it feel to be here this week?
It feels great. I love playing in the desert. I just have always enjoyed being in the desert, and playing golf is just an extra bonus. It's been a long time since I was in Tucson. I played in a lot of the match plays that were here up at Dove Mountain, and I played a tournament at this course when I was about 16 or 17 years old, on a long, long time ago, like another life it feels like. But it's always been a good town, and like I said, desert golf is just a fun way to play.
Yeah. Have you played here since that time when you were 16 or 17?
I have not been here since that time, so I naturally didn't remember a lot about the course. When I went out there, it's a new course for me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I was going to ask you about, I don't know how much, I know you're still spending some time on the PGA Tour. How much are you following the day-to-day with the negotiations of the tour and the future of that league and whether there's a merger and all this? You find yourself paying attention, or maybe not so much?
Yeah, paying attention, but I'm not following it day by day or anything like that. It's just, it's hard to follow, for one thing, without, you just have to ask the people that are involved directly, and I'm not doing that. They got a lot going on. So I wait for the information to come out, and we usually get a little bit of a head start on seeing that the players do. So that's about it. Of course, I'm very interested in what happens. I hope that we can get back together as like one sport in golf, but you know, it's a complex situation.
Would you let the live guys just come right back, or do you think there needs to be some?
No, I wouldn't let the live guys come right back. I don't think. I think there needs to be some way of, you know, just another way to say thanks to the guys that didn't leave, and you know, just kind of abandon our standards and rules. And so I think there needs to be some form of like delayed, I don't know, if it's delaying some of their performance bonuses, or if it's some kind of a suspension that maintains itself. I don't know exactly, but something.
What's the biggest difference between when you play this tour and when you go back and play a regular PGA Tour event? Going into it, what do you have to do differently compared to?
Well, I'd say the biggest thing competitively is the course setup. The courses on the PGA Tour are just set up much more demanding, longer, more rough, tighter pins, but it matches the more clubhead speed and higher ball flights, and it just matches all the different skill sets. You know, I mean, those guys aren't 50 mostly, and these guys out here are 50, 100%, or at least 50. So it makes sense, and that's the biggest thing I've seen since I've played now. This is my 6th one, and the camaraderie out here is great. I love it because I know everybody out here, and on the PGA Tour I have less and less peers every year.
Yeah. Is there anything that the PGA could take away from the league?
Well, I think you don't need me to answer that question, because you're already seeing it. We're going to smaller fields. We're going to less cuts. We're going to $20 million a tournament. So I think that's a pretty obvious answer, that that's what golfers like. I mean, if any of us in this group right here played golf, that's what we would want. So I would want to be playing for that too. But it's just, I don't think it's a sustainable thing for a true business to operate that way.
How was it like being out there golfing at Buffalo? How would you describe the experiences with the course and all that?
Oh, I think this is a great experience here. I'm not playing today. I played yesterday and the day before. But just to get my feet on the ground here and see it, and it's a lot of fun. There's some cool shots. It's a beautiful scenery, and I know there's a lot of really good golf courses in Tucson that are like this. It's a really fun place to play golf.
What comes at a premium then in your round? Like what's the one thing you need to do here to score well?
Keep it out of the desert is the main thing. The fairways here are not, and not just the fairways, but the corridors between the deserts are not that wide. So you have to be really smart off the tee. It's like one of the early target golf designs. You know, going back to, I don't know when this was built, but back when target golf was becoming a real thing, and that's what this is. You know, it's like playing a par 3 on every hole, where you have to hit your tee shot to a certain distance and in a certain width. It's like you're trying to hit a green and you're trying to hit another green. So it's not a kind of course where you can just tee up a driver on every hole and just swing for the fences at all. There's not that many drivers.
In your estimation, putting wise, is it more challenging to putt on a course like this, where you have the mountain slope affecting every roll, or a parkland course where you have to read different types of slopes?
It's more difficult to play in a place like this, when you've got a general slope. Like that mountain over there is pretty powerful, and so is that valley. And what I find is that you you have to read some of that into the putts, but over time, and doesn't take that long to adjust, but you start to just naturally sort of assimilate that information when you're looking at it. So it's easy to overplay the breaks. And this course here has some certainly some difficult greens, because a lot of the hole locations are going to be placed on little knobs, because the greens are just built that way. And you're going to face putts that have a lot of different variable slopes within the putt, even short ones.
One of the unique things about this tournament this year is, with the tight course, the tight quarters, it'll be sort of a thinner rope and stake. So you're kind of going to have the fans on top of you a lot. Does that make things maybe a little bit more fun when you have people sort of lining the tee box and you got that narrow window?
It does. Playing in front of the fans is really a basic, it's one of the things that draws us to competitive golf. Even at a young age, we kind of dream about that, and most of us out here now have been doing this for a long time, so we're accustomed to it, but it still just brings the energy level up when you have a lot of fans out here supporting. They want to see good play, and they want to see some of the players they've known for a long time, and it's exciting to see the kind of support you get, and it feels really good.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Hayden, do you have a clip on? Should we just take